Is Hillary Clinton in trouble? That's what the media chattering classes are starting to chatter about. It's ridiculously early to reach that conclusion, but here's what's happening. Bernie Sanders is drawing big crowds, and he's done well in a couple of polls, including one in New Hampshire. Hillary the juggernaut, Hillary the one who is heading to the coronation, according to some of these Democratic strategists and so forth, now has reason to be a little nervous. Now, clearly what's happening in part is that the media are kind of bored with the Hillary marches to nomination story. They need some drama injected into this race. I always thought this would happen, but I thought it would happen, in the fall or before Iowa or something like that. You actually had a Republican pollster, Greg Bolger, predicting that Hillary's going to lose Iowa and New Hampshire to Bernie Sanders and then win the nomination anyway. If she does lose those first two contests, it will be like an earthquake, maybe even a neutron bomb in terms of political coverage. But I'm not getting overexcited about this. I think there's a little bit of expectations spinning going on here because, in order to motivate her voters and in order to not appear to take anything for granted, despite the fact that she's up by 50 points or whatever it is, Hillary's surrogates and allies and even the campaign itself has to project the notion that she's going to fight for every vote and that Iowa's going to be a battle and New Hampshire's going to be a battle. And appear at least to treat Bernie Sanders with respect. Now, he seems to me to be a classic protest candidate, but because he bashes Wall Street and because he doesn't like big corporations and because he's against Barack Obama's specific trade deal, which Hillary is, what's the right word? Waffling. She's waffling on it. Clearly, he's getting some liberal activists excited. And that's what happens in these situations when you have a David and Goliath matchup. So I think that this will go on for a while. I think that, as John Podesta told me after Hillary's launch on Roosevelt Island, that Bernie has a following. I think the press is just waking up to the fact that he's not a joke, that he's a serious candidate. But is he a candidate who could actually win the Democratic nomination, given the huge disparity in campaign coffers that he's going to face, given the fact that Hillary has a machine in which she will be able to roll in those big states once we get past those early contests? I don't think the race has fundamentally changed, but I think for the media, time to have a little fun in the dog days of the summer of 2015 before we get serious in 2016.